Hello and welcome to Triathlonology, a triathlon podcast by Animis racing team. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Jacqui. We are a mum and son coaching team who have changed our lives through the sport of triathlon.
Our podcast aims to break down the mysteries of triathlon training and show you, the listener, how simple and flexible it can be so that it really does become part of your lifestyle and not just a hobby. Hello and welcome to another episode of Triathlonology, a podcast by Animis racing team.
I'm Jacqui Saxon.
And I'm Oliver Saxon, and together we're a mum and son coaching team based in South Yorkshire and North Lincolnshire, dispensing our no nonsense, straightforward Yorkshire style advice about all things triathlon.
And sometimes not even triathlon.
Yeah, sometimes even mango specials. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've already had comments on my mango. So, oh yeah, David. Because he's dead up to date with his. If you're listening, David, this is you from Cambodia. Said that he was going to try and get some of that mango that we told him about.
Mangoes, yeah.
Yeah. So
very nice. See, we are more than a one-stop shop. Today we're going to review what happened at the weekend, which was our late summer triathlon. Although with the weather in England, it's definitely looking like autumn, even though it's just the beginning of September.
But they did make a big point on the news about it being meteorological autumn on September the 1st. So we weren't wrong.
It's not equinoxial autumn though, is it?
Well, it just said meteorological.
Anyway, that means for people who aren't living in this part of the world,
it was
it's cold, rainy and grey.
Horrible.
You know, everything that you would anticipate about the weather in England is like that most of the time, but we've had a few good months of at least some sunshine if it's not been hot. And now it's just...
Well, it's just downhill.
Miserable. Well, yeah, last week it were last sunset before 8 o'clock until middle of April.
So, and next week when it's St Leger, they always say that...
It's this week. It's
next week.
We've got all flags up.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's next week, St Leger. I'm just telling you. I've got jobs on. Are you going to confirm this, Oliver? For our overseas visitors?
The last flat horse racing race or festival of the year is the St Leger at Doncaster, and the St Leger event itself is on the 14th of September.
And they always say that winter follows in on the tail of the last horse in the St Leger.
So that's about 4 o'clock then. So that's about 4 o'clock on Saturday.
All goes downhill.
Yeah. So, on that cheery note,
yeah, you were very cheery with that.
Let's talk about the weekend, or the weekend that's just been. So, we laid out to you in our last podcast the week that leads up to the event, up until tidying away on the Sunday. So, this is what actually happened, because that's all sort of in theory.
That's all theory.
And not really happened. You don't really know until you get there. The army say no plan survives first contact, does it?
No.
So Saturday went fine. We got all this signs up and everything, and we were all set up more or less for Sunday.
Yeah. As much as we could be.
Yeah. One thing we will do next year is not put Fred on run course signage.
No.
Because we had 7 arrow signs on the Mulberry Drive, Westbourne Avenue bit, and 2 for the rest of the running course, which seems a bit excessive to me. And me and Andy are normally the ones who do run course on a Sunday morning. So in hindsight, maybe I should have done run course instead of cycling, but I don't know.
I think we did a good job with cycling. Referee said she's never seen as many cycling signs.
And we worked out at end how to put
how we have to do it.
Zip ties through simultaneously.
Yeah. So it made it a lot quicker.
Yeah, but we're only by the last 20 minutes we worked that out. But at least
I think
we know
it
for
will have
next year.
6 signs, Oliver.
Yeah. But it saved us so much time when we worked that out. So now at least we know for next year.
So we'll just do it all. We'll do cycling and then we'll do run.
Then we'll go back and do running, because at least I know where it is. Although I have thought perhaps we should do a Google map for us with signs on it.
Well, that is one of my points to bring up next week when we do as standard operating procedures.
Yeah, because then at least we'd have an idea of where things are supposed to be.
And if either has dropped dead, somebody'd know where to put them.
That's literally what this has proved. Like that run course is in my head. I know every one of them running signs to go. Well, the problem is I didn't put them out.
No, and I know where every one of the cycling signs could go because I always put them out.
So signage was all right. Nobody got. Well, actually, having said that, people did get lost on bike, but that's mainly because they weren't.
That was user error.
Yes, user error. There were people hadn't read my brief, obviously.
Which I will also say the referee said to me was comprehensive. And she could not understand why anyone would get wrong.
Well, I was saying to Jess, it's almost this when we were driving here tonight. It's almost like it's been written by a lawyer who understands how detailed things have to be to make sure that there's no mistakes.
Yeah.
So some people did get lost. We had one person who ended up going all the way to Luddington and around by Kidby, and I have no idea how he managed to do that because he's gone past 2 marshals stood on that at that point and ignored commands to turn round. And
he's not even been on that road, and it's an out and back course. So why would you think? Why am I going down here?
Yeah. So that were a bit mad, and then a couple of people got lost on or didn't do all of the Westbourne loop on the run, but that's pretty standard really. People get red mist and just forget to do it.
Yeah, well anyway, we've got plans for that for
Yes,
May.
we have. Yes, guard dogs.
Yeah.
Electric zip line.
Yeah.
Pokes people out to go down that bit of road.
Because we have measured it out with
a trundle wheel. Exactly, and it's not even like we in several metres, it is within centimetres to being 5 kilometres because we bought that trundle wheel and we walked all the way through village backwards and forwards with that trundle wheel.
With lots of funny looks, but it didn't matter.
So we know that it's right because that was his biggest takeaway from us first time we did it before COVID.
Yeah.
When we just guessed it.
Yeah, but we just did like.
Well, we use Google Maps,
which is not always reliable.
No, it isn't because it misses stuff out. So we decided to buy ourselves a trundle wheel and set off, didn't we?
We did.
So we now know exactly how long it is, but you have to do an alt-run course to get.
You don't have to cheat because at the end of the day, as I was told by my first coach when I was 12 years old, you're only cheating yourself.
Or setting the wrong PB. Oh, no losses. We had no injuries or accidents, fortunately.
The only injury that we did have was Fred.
Yes.
He was the only one I had to sign the ambulance people's accident book for.
But we don't know how he did it.
No.
Because when we got there first, because we got the 3 of us got there first on Sunday to start doing stuff. I went to my office to print some bits out for the race.
I put Marketplace.
You put Marketplace together, and we left my dad doing cones.
On the drive.
When we come back, it was like we'd been attacked by a fox or something, and his
dog
leg
or something, blood all over it.
And he just said he fell over. But or he'd scraped his leg on a cone or something. But it's not that sharp, is it?
No.
Anyway, so he was on the accident book, no other problems whatsoever. Lots of people had a really good time.
Yeah, loved it, absolutely loved it. Lots of first timers.
We've had lots of nice emails and messages since.
Yeah. Only thing is, the coffee man didn't turn up.
Yes.
If you don't know, I am in the events business, and in 32 years, I have never let one person down, even when once they thought I got a brain tumour. What I am, but anyway, that's another story. But my staff did the jobs, and then when I had my ACL and I had 14 weeks in a brace, I did every job. I just don't get it. I don't get how people can let you down last minute, especially.
Yeah, especially on a Sunday morning, because there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
No.
If they'd have told us on Saturday, we might have been able to find somebody.
Yeah, well, we could even have rustled up as church ladies better.
Yeah, but in the end, the church ladies from Friends of St Oswald's
rallied round.
Yes, and they got us a tea urn, which we set up, and it did a job.
With their teapot, and I know it was like instant coffee, but at the end of the day, it's wet and warm.
It did a job for people in what were in other circles where we've had it before, where we haven't had anybody. So yeah, at least they were able to help.
Yeah, and the cakes went down a storm, didn't they?
They did, so much so that I dispatched my dad on Wednesday afternoon to cake selling the afternoon to buy them for all staff at Leisure Centre, so that they at least were people at work.
Anyhow.
So at least there you were. So because it's easy for us to just say thank you to people at Leisure Centre, but they're as big a part of events as we are, because they could be really sullen and horrible and not really want to join in. But none of them are. They all join in. They're all positive and friendly. They get involved. They're excited. They look forward to it. They ask us what time we want them to turn up and what do we want them to do. So we look after people. Like, they've helped us deliver a really good event, so they've all got some cake.
So, but reading the
dignitaries.
We had some
dignitaries were really good.
Yep. So this year, because this event, we decided that one of the local councillors who helped us tremendously when we were first forming our club was called John Briggs, and he supported our events. Come what may, he used to come and hand out medals, and when we did that, can you remember we did that special go try?
Yeah.
He came in his mayor's garb to the pods and handed out medals and a little speech to all the people who took part. He was an ambassador for us, wasn't he? He championed our cause.
Champion us, and he championed the local community.
Yeah, so we decided we would have a special trophy this time called the Spirit of John...
The John Briggs Award.
The John Briggs Award. Because he meant a lot to us, and everybody else in Crowle, because he was a really good local councillor.
Yes, he was a champion of Crowle in every single way you could possibly be a champion of Crowle. And a thoroughly decent human being.
Yes, so we decided to have a trophy for him.
Yes.
So we got Julie,
who was long-time ward councillor alongside John.
And we also had Ian Bint, who's taken over from John. Who helped me in the pool, was a marshal and helped me in the pool. And we had Lee Pitcher, our
newly elected MP.
And all three of them got on really well, and they absolutely loved it, handing out medals and water and everything, and really being part of the race.
Yes, I'm trying to work on them and entering as a relay next year. Yes,
we're trying to work on them. So watch this space.
That would be bipartisan.
It would be a partisan team.
Yes. So let's see whether we can persuade them all to do that. But no, it was really, really nice. A proper friendly community event. Everything we wanted it to be. Everything it has been in past. I can't really, because you never really know, do you?
No.
What it's going to be like.
Because when you turn up, I went after I'd done Marketplace and then dealt with Dad's injury. Best I could until ambulance people come, and then set up registration, and then you get a message saying coffee man's not coming. You think,
well, then I left you to the registration and I sorted that out, didn't I?
And then you think, is everything else going to go wrong? But luckily it didn't. And
once I go on at race briefing while you're getting ready to go in poll.
Oh, what about your microphones?
Well, I had a Micoria phone this time, didn't I, and a boom box.
Yeah, because we decided last time DJ let us down, so I thought not having that again. So we bought our own PA system.
Yep, and I used it for my race brief, which actually were a lot easier than shouting, and passing it over to the TO and Andy as well to describe stuff helped a lot. And then while I were doing that, you were getting stuff ready for pool, weren't you? So then I go out onto field, onto my next point, which is, setting up the finish line and medal positions and trophies and what have you with PA system. And you just think this is really calm, but in half an hour it's going to be absolute chaos for about 2 hours, and then it is. So you get a few people come in first, then you get a big boom of super sprinters, then there's a bit of a quiet period, and then you get a few sprint people coming in, and then you get a massive deluge of sprint people, don't you? And we had Tom being rave on, didn't we?
If anybody knows what Phoenix Nights
are, rave on. All we're really missing now is some traffic lights for him.
Well, I have got some. I said to you, I forgot to bring them.
Got some lasers and a smoke machine.
No, I've got some. Them disco lights.
Yeah.
At work, I'm going to bring them.
We'll see if we can get him a smoke machine for next year.
Yeah, he'll love that.
So, but he were our announcer on the finish line, and we asked people to fill in a funny fact about themselves, or a fun fact about themselves, which was inspired by me and Tom going to see Ross Noble in February. And most people filled it in,
Yeah,
didn't
they did. Yeah, we had some really good things, didn't we?
Yes, they did. Yeah. And then when they weren't, Tom ad-libbed it.
Yeah, he did, because he always does anyway.
Honestly, he had me absolutely... When he said somebody across the line and his brother had spent something just...
Cropper.
Yes, when Ali Cropper had crossed the line and he said his brother had been in prison unjustifiably for the previous 6 months, I were creasing at that. I thought that were really funny. Obviously it means Roy Cropper from Coronation Street, who's not Ali's brother.
No.
But it was just something funny. So I think we're going to make that as a compulsory thing that they have to fill in.
They have to put something down for us.
Because if we don't get something, it just makes it a bit more difficult for us to do it. And being able to treat people as an individual with something about them when they cross the line, rather than just here's number 63, Jane Smith or whatever.
I think that is really good.
Made it a much better event and more friendly and more about them rather than anything else. And then it's breakdown time, isn't it, after it's all finished? Well, no, we didn't.
Well, no, we
absolutely
didn't, because
sodded it down.
Yeah, because we've had, at all the times we've been doing it, we have never had rain.
No.
Never. And we thought we were gonna escape this time.
Yes.
But we're just about to do the presentation, and heavens opened, didn't it?
It absolutely siled it down, like big fat rain, as Forrest Gump would say.
Yeah. So we had to go inside, get everything set up inside the leisure centre, which no
bad thing. It kept a lot of people around who probably would have gone home. And we had a trophy presentation in there, which was really good. And then photos with everybody who won and dignitaries and what have you. And then we broke it down. But breakdown never really takes you as long as putting it up.
No, putting it up takes it ages. But I like to take everything down in order, because it has to be right.
It has to be put back in your van in your office right way, doesn't it?
Yeah, so like it's actually just thrown into my van, and then on Monday I have to put it all out on car park at work and put it into the right boxes. But it is what it is. It makes it easier for next time.
So we've I'm really pleased with that. That's good. His technical official report was excellent again.
Yeah, it's like going to school. You know, when you're going to open, when your mum and dad go to parents' evening, and they go around each teacher and they say, "Oh, excellent," or you get your report and it says, "We've got excellent on every single thing."
Yes.
And we're so disappointed that after winning last year the national award for the best triathlon, I looked up the rules. We can't enter this year because we won. How's that right? Because that's like saying, Josh Kerr was world champion, so he can't enter world championships next year. That's ridiculous. If you're good, you're good.
Yeah. Anyway, will always be a national award-winning event.
We definitely will.
Just like Sheffield Wednesday are Football League champions. It might have been 100 years ago, but we're still Football League champions. Will be a national award-winning event until next time we can enter it, and we'll try and win it again.
Yeah, because you've got to keep your standards up.
And keep improving.
And that's one of the things that referees said to us.
We thought about things we were missing last time, and we ended them on, like us foot down signs. There's Micoria phone, all that kind of stuff. So it's just tightening it up and getting it better and better as we're going along.
Yeah, like a well-oiled machine.
Or not, as the case may be. Yeah. But we are, if you should have already by the time you listen to this have had an email, but if you haven't, we are excited to tell you that we have an early bird discounted price for people to enter until the 31st of December. And if you are a friend or a family member of somebody who took part in the event on Sunday the 1st of September rather, then you also can get a 7.5% discount on the price as well, again until the 31st of December. So get your entries in early.
You got to say the date, Oliver.
31st of December?
No, when it is.
Oh, sorry. Yes, our event next year is on the second Sunday of May.
Which is the 8th, I think.
Second Sunday of May, and also the 31st of August.
I know it's definitely 31st of August. So I'm just going to check what date it is in May with my trusty iPhone.
The 11th. May the 11th. So but as I said last week, absolutely no chance of Wednesday being in playoffs, which was reaffirmed by our loss at Millwall, although stranger things have happened.
Well, I'm going to say Carlos.
Well, yeah, Carlos did do similar things. So 11th of May, discount available, early bird entry, but also if you are, which is only for people who entered last time.
This time rather,
and a friends and family discount for friends and family of people who entered this time, and that is 7.5%. So get yourselves entered before the end of December, so you can get your place in the event and make our job a bit easier, because we'll know how many people we've got, or whether we'll have some people in the bank ready for May, which makes things a lot more simple.
Yeah, definitely does.
And then rest of week's just been like getting back to doing his own life, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really sort of carry. We still missed the odd sign and whatever. You had to go back and pick up, and I've got race t-shirts at my office that I need to take to the Regen shop, because we're not keeping them anymore. They just take up too much space, don't they?
Yeah.
They don't always any money. Like we've had them, I don't know how many years now. 3 years. So they're going to Ragman at Regen, and they'll
get some money from them.
They'll get some money from them, even if it's not very much. So that's again putting some more money back into the community.
Into the community, yeah.
But we don't think we can melt down as medals for scrap, do we?
No, I've told you that. That's daft.
Don't know, do you? But that would be more money in community if they do that. Well, we'll see what happens. Oh, we're also trying to gather some volunteers and marshals for next year as well.
Yeah, so that we got
never too early.
Never too early to volunteer for us.
And if you do volunteer, then you will get a free place at the next event for you or a family member, as well as our world-class hospitality service that we get for looking after you, because we'll definitely have an artisanal coffee man this time.
Definitely, because he's definitely not coming again.
No.
The second time he's let me down. Don't do it. Don't ever let me down, because I don't forget.
So yes, we won't be doing that again.
No.
We took up last at Barriers, went back yesterday, didn't they, on Wednesday to Peatland Railway to Angus. They're delighted. They've had a little donation from us. So we really are a proper community. I know we say we're a community triathlon, but we really are.
We use everybody that we possibly can in the village.
Yeah.
And
people come out who are part of the village and are not official volunteers to support the volunteers. People come out and cheer. Anything that we have, we try and borrow or hire stuff from people in the village or organisations in the village. We give spare stuff back to organisations in the village.
Yeah.
So it's
because we aren't, unlike other organisations in the locality, we are a community club and give back to our community. We are not in it for ourselves.
And we will see what we can do about getting some wind farm money.
Yep, definitely.
Because we know now, like categorically, that this event brings in tourism into north of Isle of Exon. People will stop at River Don, Owlet Hall.
Yeah,
they come to White Hart for some snap.
Yeah, and there's that lady in from Grantham. Where did she stop? Bit further down, it's towards Goole, weren't
it? Yes, somewhere in Swinefleet.
Yeah.
Janet husband, who stays in her motorhome.
In her motorhome.
She loves events, absolutely loves our events. So we bring tourists from lots of places to
a little village in North Lincolnshire.
It was a shame Nikki had a chest infection, because Nikki I'm just going to say this because it's really amused me no end, and I was disappointed I didn't get to cheer her over the line with it. So Nikki was a magician's assistant.
I didn't know that.
That was her fun fact. She was a magician's assistant. So I could have had all manner of puns.
So if you're listening, Nikki, we're going to keep that for next year.
Yes, I won't forget. And I'll work better on my puns that we can have for your cross-it line and a puff for smoke.
Yeah. Anyway, are we finishing up about the race now?
Yes, that's pretty much about the race, yeah. So it's back to normalcy now for us, isn't it?
Yeah, coaching, poolside and everything.
Yes, so we're going to try and run another Learn to Swim course, aren't we, in a couple of weeks' time?
in a couple of weeks, yeah.
On a Thursday this time. And then swapping, and then Monday will become our regular swim session.
But what I've learned this weekend is I do not understand. Some people might be controversial, but as Oliver said at the beginning of the programme, we have to say it as we see it. And I would like to know, if you are a triathlon coach, how can you not teach your athletes to swim? It's fundamental.
It does surprise me.
It really annoys me.
The amount of other people's athletes we get, because it's collective, other people's athletes,
that we get to teach to swim.
I think, why is not? I mean, that's a compliment because at least we're good.
Yeah,
other people think we're good at getting them to swim.
Yeah.
But like, you should be able to do it if you're a triathlon coach because you coach triathlon.
Yeah.
Like, swimming's a key part of it. But as we keep saying to everybody, we don't just coach swimming.
No.
We are triathlon coaches. And we have a number of athletes who compete across a number of distances. Yeah. Mel with the 70.3.
Which
Kelly, by the time you listen to this, Kelly will be on T minus I don't know how many days.
Because it's not next week, it's week after.
So T minus 10 days, won't
yeah.
it? T minus 10 or 11 days until Kelly does her Ironman in Emilia Romagna.
Yep, and she only came to didn't do any. I'd got not a clue about triathlon. I just entered an Ironman.
Well, then came with us to Portugal in April.
And then from there she's been awesome. I cannot fault that young woman.
No.
She has done all the training sessions. She has not. Honestly, I am so impressed. And it takes a lot for me to say that.
Well, it does. I know I'm a son.
And
I don't think she's ever said that.
I have. And I can't tell you how proud I am of her. And our initial expectations was for Kelly, and we chatted this through, was for Kelly to finish. No, I don't think she's just going to finish.
No,
she'll be much better than that. But we'll see.
And hopefully she brings us a nice wedge of Parmesan cheese back.
Yes, have you told her this?
No.
We need to tell her that then.
And some balsamic vinegar.
Well, you need to give her a list.
Oh, don't start me on a list of food from Emilia Romagna. She'll never get it back in a car. But yes, that would be...
In fact, I am so excited. And when we were chatting the other night, I said, I don't know who's going to be most... I know you think you're going to be nervous, but me and Oliver's going to be more nervous than you. Because when you've got...
sleeping that night.
Because when you've got athletes,
you just want
them to do well, and you're like this, and
it was the same at London Triathlon. We had a distraction because we were doing a race, but I was more interested in Mel. And as soon as I'd finished, and then I found Ruth, I was like, how's Mel going on? Where's Mel?
Well, I saw Mel on the run route, and she was having a little sneaky walk up the hill, and I said, Mel, what are you doing? And she went, and off she went. They always say that's coaching in action. Yeah,
but anyway, it's just senior athletes do get the results
awesome.
that they deserve from the effort that they put in.
Yeah.
That makes it all the while.
It is. We love, honestly, it is. It's like when you teach people to swim in do the first 25 metres. I could cry sometimes.
And then when they go and do a triathlon as well.
Oh, that's even amazing.
I could change somebody's life here.
Yeah, and I don't...
Or people like Fran. Who learned to swim, and then she could put her head underwater, so she could go like you a bit, like going on holiday with kids and not be worried about going in pool and stuff. That's genuinely life changing.
It is, and she'll always say that. And in fact, I saw on you look on in Facebook, tells you memories and what have you. I had a memory come up from. Can you remember Wendy, who used to come swim with us?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Saying that she'd had an awesome day because she'd been to swim in her local pool, and some fellas had said to her, oh, professionals turned up, and they thought she were an amazing swimmer, and she said she'd never thought anybody would say that to her ever, and that was thanks to our coaching. And you think, that's what we do.
Yes,
it can be awesome when you coach by us.
Yes, and across the board, multi-sport, full stop.
I just didn't mean swimming. I meant like triathlon, because we are really good.
We do understand it.
We do understand triathlon, and we're really good triathlon coaches. You just need to give us a try.
Yes,
excuse the pun.
We may have a promo on that as well, maybe soon.
Yeah, maybe soon. We'll talk to Mindy about that.
Yes, and if I wouldn't be doing myself any favours if I left the podcast listeners or readers as the only people I haven't told I'm having a hernia operation tomorrow, because I've literally told everybody else.
Well, you've even done your powers of attorney, Oliver.
I have. I've done a business power of attorney and a will, just in case I throw a clot. Because although everybody tells me that this is a really straightforward, low risk operation, I've seen enough Grey's Anatomy to know that even they can go wrong. So I am being prepared. It might be the last time you hear me.
Don't be ridiculous.
Or you'll just have to CGI me voice in, Mindy. Like, we'll cut it all out.
Ridiculous, Oliver.
Yes. So now you know I'm having an umbilical hernia repair tomorrow, and that will mean that I'm pretty much not able to do any light training until I go on my holiday to Turkey at the end of September, which we'll have to probably get some episodes in bank so we don't miss them weeks.
Well, why can't we just do it?
Well, we could record it while I'm in Turkey.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Yeah, just take my microphone.
Just take your microphone.
Yeah, do that. So you'll have some visit. You'll see Oliver getting tanned in Turkey. Well, if you're looking at this on Instagram, and then when I come back from that, I should be able to start cracking on with my training, ready for Barcelona 10k on New Year's Eve. And not have my Parsons nose, stroke, hernia pain all the time. So I should have dealt with this a while since, but never mind.
And hopefully you'll see a clean shaven Oliver.
Yes, because I can't have a shave until after I've had my operation in case I cut myself, because they won't let me in and have my operation if I can't.
Poor excuse.
I also need an haircut because I look like Boris Johnson.
Well, are you going to wait now until you see, what's his name in October? Wevelton.
In October, I might have to get myself an Alice band.
But it's only a month. Just over a month, really. I won't worry.
I'll get myself an Alice band.
Because you're not going to be doing any training, so what difference does it make? Put a bit of gel on.
I'm going to get an Alice band. But how much will that look? I just look like I'm bald.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
I'll try it. I might try it and see where we go on. Whether how long that'll last in his house, because Jess will probably take it off me. But I might wait until Wevelton can cut it.
But you're having a shave before then?
Yeah, I'll have a shave. I'll go and see blinking Alamni Barbers next door but one. Maybe not, and maybe end of next week if I'm feeling a bit better and I can sit in chair. I don't know.
You will be able to sit in chair, Oliver.
Yeah, but it's when they move me backwards and forwards. I'm not taking any risks. I don't want to have this done again. I'm going to be following me.
You can see if this is a man.
I'm going to be following Professor Sheen's advice to the letter.
Right, well, I've had loads of different operations and I never took anybody's advice.
Well, people take my advice professionally, I'm going to take theirs.
Only one I did take up. I've got to say I did follow everything when I had my ACL done. I followed what Mr. Sutton said to do, and my knee is just as good. Well, it's better than me. Left knee's better than my right knee.
There's no point in me going to see literally a world leading surgeon in hernia repair and not following his advice to the letter.
That's true. That's true.
Which is something that Sensei Del Bosco would tell you. Delegate to excellence. So Professor Sheen, excellent at fixing people's hernias. As professional sports people come and see him all the time. He can do me. Well, he's doing tomorrow.
Fair enough.
And same when we do, we have coaches who are excellent to help us, don't we?
We do. We have the world's best triathlon coach to help us.
Yes. And it helps us coach other people, because if we ever get stuck, we can ask a question. So excellence is always the thing we should be striving for.
And if you become part of our coaching fraternity, that's what you will receive. Yes. Excellence.
Delivered with Yorkshire humour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, what are you doing?
Yes. So that is today's podcast. Really, we will be back next week, hopefully. You
will. Don't be ridiculous. You're not your dad.
I'm not my dad's son for nothing. So until then, we'll see you.
Thank you for joining us today.
See you next time.
See you then. Or as we say in Yorkshire, Siddy.